Thank you for joining us wherever you are. This podcast episode is brought to you by the Old Ways actual play team. This actual play uses the Delta Green tabletop role-playing game rules by Arc Dream Publishing. This actual play is performed by adults and in an adult setting. Listeners should know that this podcast will include mature themes and scenes. All content, including names, places, events, companies, military organizations, and etc., which may bear resemblance to entities living, dead, or redacted, is completely coincidental. My name is Michael Diamond, and for tonight's game, I will be your handler. Thank you for joining us again, another episode of the Always Podcast. I am your handler this evening, Michael Diamond. My pronouns are he, him, and we are back with our Impossible Landscape series as we delve deeper into a volume of Secret Faces. We want to thank you for listening, and we want to say a special thank you to our Patreon supporters. You can join them if you'd like at patreon.com/theoldwayspodcast and hear another one of our Delta Green Tales, the exclusive side of the show where we're running God's Teeth. So that could be fun for you, potentially. And you can also check us out on YouTube and stop by the Twitch page at twitch.tv/theoldwaystwitch and see us play live for you as well. And now I will get to my players this evening, and they will introduce their characters to you to my right.
Hey, it's me, Miranda, playing Dr. Aaron Rubber, not a veterinarian doctor, but I have said it before and I will say it again. Please spay and neuter your paper animals.
Agreed. Sound advice from you, Doctor. Next to Dr. Weber.
Hi, I'm your friend Nate. I play Elliot Winters, proud agent on assignment to the Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs. Paper tigers are supposed to be, harmless, but look deadly. I think the one that we just encountered, harmful and looked very deadly.
I would agree with your assessment, Agent. Next to Agent Winters.
Hi, this is Allie, and I play Director Joanne Hart. And the tiger was not fun, but the reaction from the red door, even less so.
Indeed. And last but most certainly not least.
Hi, my name is Tegan Gilbert, and I'm playing Brett, medium buck hawking, old buck, stag. And I am here to explore this fully operational mental institution.
Yep, you're back, Buck. So let's have a chat, shall we? During one of our last episodes, the rest of the agents noticed you getting pulled out of a room by a bunch of orderlies. You were summarily frog marched down the hall by a group of workers and taken away down a long corridor and then through some doors. And unfortunately, your fellow agents were not able to keep up with you. Fellow patients were not able to keep up with you. It's hard to tell nowadays, but when you come to, because at some point you lose consciousness, you come to strapped to a gurney at your ankles, at your wrists, shoulders, and waist. The only thing that moves slightly is your head, but it is also in a semi-state of immobilization. There's a sort of cage that sits around the side of your face. And there's a long, worn brown leather strap that is being positioned over your mouth. And there's this hard plastic nub. It's probably about the size of maybe a tangerine that's being shoved into your mouth. And there's a heavy-handed, tall man with sort of thick fingers who's working this strap into position and securing that rubbery plug inside your mouth. And his deep voice says, "Now stay real still for Dr. Friend." You see Dr. Friend enter the room, and he seems to be preoccupied with something in his hand. It looks like a syringe, like a big metal syringe. It's almost comically large. And he approaches the side of your face, the left side. And he carefully, almost, I think affectionately is the wrong term for it, but I'll say in a comforting manner, pats your head And he says, now, you've been through this before. It's pretty clear that you've taken a little too much, and so we're going to have to ease you back. Just stay really still for me. And you feel his aged hand on the left side of your face. And he pushes your eyelid back on the left side of your face. And a long syringe appears again in his hand. And you feel it, the pinch of the needle as it presses into that tear duct on your left eye. And you begin to feel the pressure of him pull at the plunger because he has to grab onto the side of your face. And he pulls and pulls and pulls. And this strange fluid begins to fill the syringe. And you can see it, clear as day from your angle. This strange red liquid. It almost feels like he's pressed the needle all the way into your skull. And he keeps pulling it out until he gets just enough. And then he turns the syringe towards you, and this oily red substance floats around. And he shows it to you, but doesn't say anything. And that large orderly comes back over and places his hand over your eyes, covering them, but whispers into your ear, "The Patsu is extremely potent." Dr. Friend's voice comes towards you again, almost as a force. He says, "You'll be fine, I'm certain. We'll just add it to the rest of them." And I'm going to have you roll sand.
Currently, and we just to remember, I have passed my breaking point with no consequence, which I hate.
Yes.
That makes me feel like a real girl, boy. Oh, thank God. 2 under 52. What a wonderful single-digit success.
Oh, fantastic. Lose 1 point of sanity. From helplessness.
Oh, does that mean that... Did I... That doesn't mean I'm becoming adapted to helplessness, does it?
Did you know that there's an entire sheet that's been made up just for tracking how sand loss is done in Delta Green?
Yeah.
It's true. There's an entire flowchart. What I'd like to know is, would you like to project this onto a bond?
The sanity from having my Patsu extracted?
Yes, whatever your Patsu is.
Well, my parents are dead, and I'm currently have a stronger bond to my D&D gaming group than I do to my wife. Yeah, can I do that? I roll like, what, a D4? And then I get to like maybe not lose that? Okay, I got to roll at least a 1 on a D4. That should be difficult. Should I even roll the D?
Well, yeah, I mean, you should roll it. It's part of the process.
All right, I have rolled a trace.
Okay. So reduce your willpower and the bond rating.
Do I still only reduce it by 1 because I'm only recovering 1? Okay, cool, sweet. I'm taking this out on my regular guy gaming group. I'm not going to be able to do any sort of horror gaming anymore. Only really light and fluffy fantasy gaming with dragons and unicorns. All right, sweet. And then also my will, correct? That's what you said?
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. Thank you for offering me the opportunity to hurt my relationship with the people that I love.
Anything to properly, effectively use the rules in Delta Green, I'm here for it. You stay strapped into the gurney for a little while. Mr. Ed watches you for an indeterminate amount of time, and then eventually pulls the strap out of your mouth and pulls the straps off of your body.
I think Brett is just kind of like whimpering at this point, and it's as much psychological as it is physical.
Mr. Ed leaves the room, leaves you alone as the lights overhead flicker, sort of amber fluorescents that are mixed with some white ones. It gives the room kind of a dingy feel. What do you think Buck would do?
Have I been released from the gurney? Just to recap, it's out of my mouth, but like, and I assume all of my orifices are currently clear. But you also described that like my wrists were free.
Yeah, you're free of the gurney. If you'd like to get off, you can.
Yeah, sweet. Who else is in the room with me?
No one.
No one. Good. Fantastic. Yeah, I flip off this shit and immediately probably slip on the floor. I'm barefoot, right?
Yes, absolutely. You're barefoot and now wearing what looks like a simple sort of gray-blue shirt and pants.
Sweet. And I got nothing on. A gray blue shirt and pants, like paper shit. Like
Like you were a patient.
what in this room is grabbable? Is there anything hard, anything handheld, or is it all just things attached to the gurney and then an empty room? Anything as a defensive or offensive weapon?
Yeah, I think you could probably make use of, say, like a dental tray or something like that that's nearby.
I can't conceal a dental tray on my body without a lot of stretching.
Waste not, want not.
Okay, sure. I will grab a dental tray and man, is it noticeable when I shove it under my shirt?
Maybe not if you sort of like tuck your arm by it to hold it. You could probably, grab it and potentially hit somebody with if you had to.
Sweet. Is there a door in this room?
There is.
Fantastic. Is it locked?
Nope.
Okay, it's open. All right. What do I see? Is there hallways? Am I seeing hallways? Is this the place? Is this the same place I was already in earlier?
It sure looks like the Dorchester. Yep.
Okay. Fuck. Each of the floors was described differently. Which floor am I on?
You're not really sure. The floors around here look, well, I mean, the hallways look very similar.
Does the door have a door number on the outside? Sometimes they say things like 301, 311, 212 that tells you what floor you're on.
No, you don't see any door number, Tegan.
No door number, no door title? There's no like a room title? Okay, that makes sense. Is there anyone in this hallway?
There are people to your right, a little bit further down the hallway. They seem to be sitting in like a sitting area.
Okay, people in a hallway to my right, sitting in a sitting area. Patients? People who dress like me?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Are they my friends?
No, you don't think you know these people.
Okay. I would like to walk up to them. Is that okay?
Certainly.
Sweet. Still concealing my dental pan tray.
Okay. You walk up to them.
Hey, guys. I say casually, like we're friends.
You get a resounding display of silence from these people. Some of them twitch.
I want to observe these people, see what can I tell about them?
So there's a couple people here that seem to fit some of the descriptions of people you ran into before. There's a woman here. She's in her probably early 30s.
Okay.
She's an African-American woman. She's dressed in, the same sort of outfit that you are. She looks to be playing with dirt.
Have you seen my friends? Have you seen Elliot? Yeah, honestly, Elliot. Have you seen, and I'm going to describe what Elliot looks like.
After a minute, we're going with the description of what Elliot looks like. The woman who's playing with the dirt nods, and she walks over to this part of the wall here that's got this chalk drawing of a series of flowers.
All right, so there's a wall, it's chalk, it's in a public space, it's of flowers. My character's adrenaline is up. What were you saying about these flowers?
The drawing is very intricate. It's almost scientific. Imagine a multi-petaled flower, right? We'll say it blooms a little bit like an iris. She continues to draw a portion of this where there are like these little buds that grow on the stem. And she keeps sort of going back to them and reinforcing the chalk drawing. She says, I saw him. He walked through here a little while ago.
Okay, which way did he go?
Towards the office. She points down the other end of the hallway.
Sweet. I'm done with her and her weird fucking chalk drawing that I will try to, memorize. And then go away. I'm going down to the office. I need to find Elliot. I need to find Elliot right now.
Okay. Brett, you head down this hallway expeditiously, continuing to hunt and hunt and hunt for the rest of your fellow agents, friends, patients. It's really hard to remember who's who at this point. Back in Dalian's office, after dealing with getting away from the paper tiger, I wonder what the three of you, Weber, Winters, and Hart, are planning on doing next.
Well, I don't think that's a way out.
No shit, it's not a way out.
I picture us, we're all like against the back wall, just staring at this stupid bookshelf, just hoping that nothing crawls through.
Is the tiger still making noise?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. The tiger makes noise. It's just that the hole that Weber made to get in there is too small for it to fit out of.
Okay.
Like, you can see it stalking, like, you see what you basically see are pages of books rippling back and forth through the hole. Because that's what it can do. And you can hear it on the other side.
Did you find any matches in that desk or whatever? Because I'm not above lighting that thing on fire. I'm not above. A little book burning, I think, would do us some good in this case.
I did not find any matches, unfortunately. I don't think we're going to find anything else in here.
And it might be better to just let Friend deal with that.
Yeah.
Actually, I sort of like the idea of him coming back to that.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean that we want to open the hole bigger?
Oh, I ain't going near that.
No, because then it's gonna come through at us.
No, let's give it his distance. That was a paper tiger of unusual descent. We don't need to deal with that. I don't think we even can.
Do you think that we need to go back through that door? The one that got everybody's attention? Like, what if that's the only way out?
That red door.
That red one?
Yeah.
That was near the nurse's station?
And it's like we don't even exist until you... Did you even touch it, or did you just get near it and they all got all...
I just got near it. I hadn't touched it yet.
You didn't even touch it. They all woke up and it's like they noticed us for the first time.
Could we probably couldn't stage some sort of distraction then, if they don't notice it. But we could maybe try to. Okay, hear me out.
Oh, I know where this is going, I think.
Back to making the hole bigger. Maybe we lead the kitty cat on a little mouse chase. Well, that's a bad analogy. I don't want us to be the mice.
And don't infantilize that killing thing. That thing will rip us apart.
I think if they ignore that, I would be surprised, but also maybe they ignore it and it only kills us. But maybe it kills them. I think it could be a good distraction. It's an option. Let's not take it off the table. It's an option.
All right, so you're all like animal person. You got any ideas on how you would convince this tiger to go after the weird staff and ignore us?
Well, I don't have any tune on me or anything, so it'd probably just be luck. But if we put ourselves between the staff and the cat, it's not gonna go around the staff to get to us. I don't think.
It ignores the staff, just like the staff ignores us.
And the staff ignores us. Yeah, so that is a problem with my plan.
Yeah, that's a risk for sure.
But I'm not hearing any other ideas, so just let's keep it on the board, and then any other ideas for distraction or getting past the staff, I'm open. I mean, each of us are our own killing machine in our own way, I think, but not to that degree, so I don't think we can take them all by ourselves, and I don't think we can tame the cat. That sounds less reasonable than just trying to lure it.
Well, what about like throwing something at the door to see if we can distract them?
Like we throw something at the red door, and what do they get distracted with? Us then, or the...
I don't know. I mean, the test would be, would they pay attention to us because we threw it, or would they only pay attention to the door because something was near it?
Oh, so it's is it an us or just something being near the door test?
Yeah, if it's a proximity thing.
We could also get like something fluffy on the end of a string and then that's what we would use, now that I'm thinking about it, to lure the cat to them.
Weber, again, this thing is not a kitten that your roommate brought home from the pound.
No, but a cat is a cat. I think they all have the same instinctual needs.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the instinctual need for it to hunt is going to overrun its...
That's what the thing on the string is for. I don't have cats because I have a lot of birds, but that's the hunting instinct.
I mean, the other option that we have is roaming around trying to find Buck.
Well, I hate the idea of roaming around this place at all. I mean, I don't want to leave Buck. I don't want to imply that either, even though I'm oddly annoyed by them in the back of my head right now.
Oh, that implication was very strong there. Yeah, that's all I heard was you want to leave Buck.
But I know I'm just saying, no, but I'm saying but roaming around doesn't sound like a good plan. I'd rather be strategic about the roaming.
Okay, but we don't know where to find him. So do we do a test with the door, or do we find Buck, or ask around to see if any of the patients have seen him after he got, dragged away? Is that what happened?
That's an interesting idea. That might be something the staff would actually be helpful with if... Here, just a second. And I want to step outside of this room and walk up to the service desk, which I assume is like any other hospital.
Right outside.
All right.
Yeah, there's seemingly a couple of nurses, some of the same pair of nurses you saw before when people got a little itchy about the door, which, by the way, is right there. But yeah, the nurses, they don't so much acknowledge you as that they are there.
And as I'm walking out, I'll say, this might be a distraction for something, so feel free to use it. And I walk and, excuse me, ma'am, sir, whatever's appropriate.
You see a nurse look up at you.
Looking for a colleague, probably got taken away for treatment.
Name?
Brett Hawken. He got taken away for treatment. We were in group, and Mr. Friend took him away for some treatment.
The other names, though.
She looks at you a little quizzically.
Our old names.
She adjusts the paper on her clipboard and says, I don't have any Hawking here. And you said this happened recently? He was taken away for treatment?
I got that's just a nickname. It's not, I'm sorry. We're looking for, my friend's actually Owen O'Neill. I just call him Brett. It's a funny college thing. That's neither here nor there. Owen O'Neill is his name. And yeah, we were in, what is it? Was the cotton candy room? It was something silly. The balloon room? Something? Sugar room? I can't remember. It's been a night.
Yes. The cotton candy room. The group room.
Yep.
Yes, I have O'Neill here. It looks like he was scheduled for treatment with Dr. Friend. That should be all resolved now.
Oh, that's great to hear. Do you have any idea where I could maybe catch up with him?
She turns her neck, but not her body. It's a really sort of strange, almost animatronic movement.
Does her head turn too, or is it just her neck?
It's really just the muscles in her neck.
Ooh, I don't like it.
And then the rest of her head finally turns. There's a slight sort of celery sound that happens when this goes on. It's probably uncomfortable. She puts the clipboard down and she pushes a button on the desk. And you hear this institutional buzzer sound go off in the hallway. And down one of the hallways, you see a light turn on. It seems Mr. O'Neill is that way. Would you like Mr. Ed to collect him?
Oh, you know what? We can just go get him. You don't need to bother Mr. Ed. I know he's all sorts of busy around this place.
She moves back into position with her clipboard, and it's at that point, Elliot, you can start to hear that there's something moving mechanical moving near the nurse's station. Maybe it's her, maybe it's the other nurse, but there's some type of mechanisms here. You're not sure she's a person.
Well, that was real helpful. I appreciate it. I won't take up any more of your time. I'm backing away.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll wave over towards Hart and Weber and point down the hall. And then I'm just going to start walking that way because, Elliot doesn't really like these clockworks much anymore. And now that's all that's in his head. It's sort of that familiar sounds like that mansion, all that nonsense.
Okay. The three of you move down the hallway indicated.
Oh, yeah.
You get probably 20 or so feet down the hallway until it turns right. And at which point, at the end of this long hallway, you see someone running towards you. They are in a patient uniform.
I pull out my gun and I just shoot without looking. Is it Brett?
It does appear to be Brett, yes.
We can't trust that something appears to be something down here. Winners, you gotta point your gun at him regardless.
What gun?
I pat the paper pants that I'm wearing. Yeah, my pajama pants. And Owen, is that you? Very, pronouncing it very specifically. O'Neill?
Why are you being fucking weird?
That's what they know us here by.
But we're being
Those other
weird?
names.
This place
What's
isn't
your name?
weird?
What's your fucking name?
Okay, Dr. Aaron Weber, but here they know me as Olivia Dartford. There, are you happy?
Okay, so you know that you're Aaron.
Yes.
Elliot Winters, they know me here as Oscar Bennett.
Because last time I fucking saw all of you, you didn't feel like you were fucking sure. That was the impression that I got.
We had a long talk with Weber's boyfriend and everything got clear.
Wait, hold on. I feel like I missed something there.
Oh, you missed a lot. But how are you feeling? You look...
Romance blooms in the strangest of places, Buck.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm a few ounces of brain juice lighter, apparently, or whatever shit they are pulling out of people.
You been crying? What's wrong with you?
I'm fine. No, I'm great. What have you done to find a way out?
We went through a bookcase and went into a terrible library with a killer tiger.
Yeah? Yeah, this bookcase, huh? Is that because there are no stairs?
We are on the first floor. If you look around, we also found a red door that these clockwork nurses felt like that they might kill us if we touched it. We're very interested in that red door.
We're on the first floor.
We're on the first floor, right, Handler?
I'm looking for a window.
Yeah, there are windows.
Yeah, I want to look out the window. What do I see?
So you go to a window which has, obviously bars on it, protective bars. When you look out the window, I'm going to have you make its alertness.
Oh, it's alertness. Oh, I also got 50 in that.
Okay. So go ahead and roll.
Hey! 3-0.
So looking out the window here, you notice a few things that are a little strange. The lights of the buildings nearby don't seem electric. They're dim. They flicker. There's the occasional, say, bloom of distant light, but it's irregular, and it almost reminds you of like old movies that you've seen artillery shells drop in. There's no noise though. You see 3 orange flickering lights that hover far above the others in the night, and they appear to be on the shadowed bulb of some giant Kremlin-esque tower that should not be there, because there's nothing like that in Boston. There's no way this could be anywhere near Boston. What the fuck is going on out there? My brain hurts.
Hey, those are my lines.
That's right. But I'm going to just fill them in for you because you're going to roll sand for me.
Now roll sand?
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah. 72 out of 52.
Fabulous. So, Mr. Inquisitive, I am going to charge you 3 points of sanity from the unnatural.
No, I'm going to try to burn my bond and also a little bit of my willpower.
Okay.
All right, going to roll my 1d4, or 1d4. Damn it, I'm only going to be able to save one of those.
Okay.
All right, so that makes me go to 50, and then I'm peeling 2 more off of my gaming group. I now like gaming with the homies as much as I like hanging out with the wife and the children.
So you see something outside this window. You feel free to react to it with your fellows nearby.
That's not Boston. Okay, so if I'm catching up, you looked out the fucking window, you realize it's not Boston, and now you're looking for a new way out. And that's what led you to a bookcase that's not a bookcase.
Well, no, it's still a bookcase. It just happens to have a secret library behind it with a giant paper tiger that tried to kill us.
Okay, well, before I make any suggestions about what to do next, I take it you already have your next plan?
We just accomplished it. We found your ass.
Oh, good. All right, well, how do we get back to Earth? Boston?
We have some theories that involve a tiger as a distraction.
No, that was your plan, Weber.
I'm jumping in the air in order to see if I can tell if there's different gravity, because I read a lot of sci-fi books. Do I feel heavier?
You don't feel different gravity.
Hawking, why are you jumping around like that?
I wanted to see if I was lighter or heavier.
Oh, that's weird.
No, like if we're in space. If we're not in space. I don't think we're in space.
We're not in space. We're not in space.
We're in the same place that we were when we were in the ninth floors. We had a long conversation with the fellow that seemed to have a lot of ideas. The thing that's important for you to know is what he told us is we need to go find the place where Dalian hangs his hat, and that's how we will return.
Who told you that?
I think it was the devil, but it might have also just been Weber's favorite inmate.
It was Mr. Wild.
Wait, did I get a chance to talk to this person last game?
Yeah. Well, last game you were in, he was part of the round table. He was in that space. And before the round table, Hawking did have a chance to talk with Mr. Wild.
Okay, so last time we needed to go down. Remember?
Last time.
We were on floors above the 3rd floor, and we needed to find the staircase that goes down.
Yeah, well, we held each other's pants and then we wished our way home, like Dorothy.
And then this time you talked to Wild, and he told you have to find where Dalian hangs his hat.
Yes, which we kind of thought he was to the office, but also like it kind of feels like his home, which might not be his office if he lives somewhere here.
But we can't get out of here.
We haven't tried.
And also there's a red door and the staff won't let us go through that door. We haven't tried hard or much at all. But they get activated when we get near the red door. So we were trying to devise maybe a distraction or something. Do you have any cans of tuna on you?
Did you try to choke the dude out when he gave you a cryptic answer like where Dalian hangs his hat? Or did you treat it like midnight dinner theater? Like,
No, we did not assault Mr. Wild.
Midnight dinner theater.
Nor would I ever.
wait, hold on a second.
Midnight dinner
Hart.
theater. Remember? The theater is hidden in the hospital. Remember that part?
No.
The theater's hidden in the hospital and the paper dragon will be on display. Didn't one of them say something about that?
I don't know.
Wow, that was a lovely string of nouns.
Collects vital liquids. Dalian knows about it.
Well, hold on a second. Why did Hart? Why did you just scold me verbally for suggesting that we assault somebody in this place in which they have taken our clothes? and our weapons. So why are we like, but we shouldn't assault them back?
Because I can't. I have a debt.
You have a what?
A debt.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure I understood which D word you were saying. Okay, sweet. Debt. Debit. What does that mean?
It means that the only reason that I got out of the room I was trapped in is because Mr. Wild let me out.
Mr. Wild let you out, and he told you, Dalian, they took me and they took juice out of my eyeball or farther back from my eyeball, and Weber got a boyfriend.
Well, we're not official yet. Because I'm married.
And Elliot touched a red door and people got triggered.
No, I went near the door and everybody looked at me and told me to get away from the door, that wasn't for me.
Okay. Are the rooms changing locations? That happened last time.
I don't know.
Not that we know of.
Okay, so
We could test that.
have you gone to different floors?
Yeah, we started on the 3rd floor, Brett. We came down here to come get you. No, we haven't backtracked. You know what, though? We should backtrack to that nurse's station, check out that red door, see if it actually still exists.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, let's do it. But I just want to make sure that we note that you went up and back down and didn't get lost and things didn't change.
We just went down. We started on the 3rd floor. Came down is what I remember.
You can't get lost if you don't know where you came from or where you're going.
Oh, no, that's true. I just wanted to know if that was a difference. Like, if this place has rules and the other place didn't feel like it had rules, that's an important distinction. That's all I'm saying.
What we heard is all these places we've been at, that Raccoon Lord place where you had your tryst and the hospital and McAllister, they're all extensions of that King in Yellow.
Yeah, well, let's go. The what?
You know, the gentleman that you want to tell everyone about not so long ago.
Mm-hmm. The yellow symbol.
The yellow sign, that's the King in Yellow's thing, all of these realms.
We have to choose to either choose to do what he wants or not.
You want to go look at a red door? Is it because he hangs his hat maybe on a little hook by the door?
Maybe that's out. Aaron knows his address. Because we got to find him and don't let him out of our sight, because Dalian will let us out. I've really decided I'm going to believe what that feller told us.
Keep your eyes peeled like grapes. We need to know how things work.
Okay, so the group's going to head back towards the nurse's station.
I felt like the consensus. I think we were going towards a red door is what I was being told. Although at this point, I'll follow Elliot anywhere he takes me.
So the red door is positioned outside of basically outside of what you believe is Dalian's office. It's actually a door that's right next to his door. As before, the nurses seem to be, for the most part, busy with their own tasks. There are 2 orderlies that stand nearby the desk. They seem to be watching people pass back and forth. They certainly look at you when the 4 of you enter the space, but they don't pay super close attention. No one's watching you like a hawk or anything like that.
Are they made of meat?
Seemingly, yes. And are you going to go up and inspect them?
No, I'm good. Just a casual glance to see if it's meat or metal.
Yeah, I mean, the orderlies seem to be flesh.
Okay. Flesh is currently preferred.
That nurse seemed like flesh too, but it was the noises that she made that sounded mechanical. So keep your ears peeled.
The red door that is here is bulky, large. It almost reminds you, Elliot, of like the door on a naval ship. It's got a real heavy door opening and locking mechanism. It looks like it's a bulky door.
Okay. Can I turn to the orderlies and can I be like, hey, is it okay if I go out that door?
You turn to the orderlies and ask them about the door, and one of them says in probably a fairly stern tone and says, That door isn't for patients. It's only for staff.
I'm going to take a step towards the door.
Okay. You take a step toward the door. The orderlies are now watching you.
What are you guys doing?
We're watching you take your life in your hand.
We could like bum rush the door. Like we could just like. Does it look like it's got like 3 locks on it? Like,
I'm going to look. Hey, does it look like it have 3 locks on it?
This looks like what especially NCIS officer would know would be. It looks like a internal door on like a naval vessel. So it's got
the bar that goes down.
So it's
Okay, so you grab the knob and you go, "Urch," and then there's these clamps at like 6 or 8 places around the door, and they all turn mechanically with it because there's these steel bars that go between the different clamps, and then that releases the pressure on the gasket on the door, and then you can push it in and better hope that that steel bar doesn't fall down on your head, which it does if it's loose.
Are you actually like explaining this to them here in the room?
I'm very intimately familiar with this door, more than anyone really should be, but it takes time to open unless it's okay. So here's the question. Here's Mike, because this all comes down to like how long it takes to open this door. Okay, there's 2 kinds of this kind of door. There's the one I just described, where you open one handle and 6 other knobs around the door all open in unison. And then there's the external door that can get dogged down, and there's like 6 handles around each of the places, the corners of the door.
Yeah, this is the former. This is an internal door. It's got a single handle, and it pulls everything together.
Sweet. Then I can bum. I want to see what happens if I bum rush this door.
Okay.
Screen door on a battleship. Let's go. I've wanted to open one of these doors for a while.
Your plan then is to rush the door and then yank the handle and push your way through.
Yes.
Okay.
I know exactly what this feels like.
I love this for you. So you rush the door. Rightly so. I'm going to ask, what? Yeah, that dexterity. How is that dexterity? That dexterity is 11.
Slightly better than normal.
That's correct. So let's see here. Let's check and see how our orderlies are.
I was curious if there's a sign on the door. Sometimes doors have signs.
No, there's no sign on this door, but it is painted red.
Okay. Because if it was an external door on a ship, even an imaginary ship, it would have like a Z on it so that I knew to keep it closed if there was light on the inside at night.
Right. All right. I am going to play a fun game. I'm going to take this coin right here. So this is a Delta Green. This is a Delta Green 50/50 coin, and I'm going to ask you triangle or symbol. Which one would you like?
I want the triangle.
Okay. So you get the triangle. So I am going to give you the first action. So you get to the door, and you're going to do what?
Well, if you open up the handle, the weight of the door kind of swings it into an open position. And assuming this thing opens outward, you kind of shoving your shoulder into the door while you're pulling the handle up, and then you can kind of ride the door out. So that was my plan, was to kind of do that.
Well, you lift up on the handle. You wrench up on the handle. And what I'm going to ask for is I'm going to ask Buck to make us a strength roll.
Yeah.
Because this handle at first doesn't want to pull up.
It doesn't want to pull up. That's fine, because you know what? It hasn't had its regular maintenance. But I have rolled a 19 under 50. So I think I can overcome this old salty grease.
Sure. You yank up on the handle and you press your body weight against the door and essentially ride it open. On the other side, which all of you get to see, but Buck sees first, there is a long series of stairs that go down.
This is better than being the worm from Beetlejuice.
And at that point, the orderlies are going to hit you.
Yeah.
Well, we did warn him.
I don't want to stay here.
I am going to give you a dodge roll.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
13 under 58.
Okay, very good. You dodged the first one. There are 2 of them, and so you'll take a 20% penalty on the second one.
Oh, no. No. 78 over 58. Oh, I dodged right into the second one.
That does not look pleasant. Okay. So let's see here. Very good. I am going to deal you 7 points of hit point damage.
That's a lot of damage.
It is.
Well, I'm at 2 because I was at 9.
A truncheon, a thick wooden truncheon, gets smashed across the center of your back. You dodged the first one, but not the second. The orderlies are swift, and they are trying to grab you to keep you in. Now my question is, with the rest of the agents in the room, are the 3 of you doing anything?
I'm going to bum rush the door. If that means I have to plow through the orderlies, I will do that as well.
How many orderlies are there again?
There are 2.
Oh, okay. I'll go after an orderly.
Okay. But go after, how would you like to do that, Doctor?
I said it weird because there was an image that popped into my head, and if we're just doing the first thing that we say pops into our head, it means I want to take off my shirt and try to strangle them with it. That was like kind of that was my go-to thought, so it's probably like the best thought is to take off my shirt around their neck, pulling them off away from Brett.
Gotcha. Okay. So, Hart, you're going to get a chance based on Dex to go first because you're faster than everybody else is. So, if you are going to rush the door, is the plan to tackle Brett like down the stairs? Or is it for you to simply get down the stairs because you have a job to do?
I'll tackle Brett down the stairs.
Okay. I think that's fantastic. It would be very difficult for you to dodge.
I'm going to die of stair trauma.
You might. And that's okay because these things, they do happen. So, Director Hart, I'm going to have you make an unarmed combat roll.
Okay. I didn't know if it was going to be unarmed combat or strength, so.
Definitely unarmed combat. You were trying to tackle him. You're actually not only trying to tackle him, you're trying to interdict between him and an orderly.
Fair. 31 under 40.
Okay. So you rush forward and you plow into Brett. You're trying to tackle him, but you're not necessarily trying to do any damage. That is likely evident, but there is something called force, which we'll get to. You head towards the stairs. The 2 of you careen towards an impossibly long series of stairs. It's at this point that Dr. Wepper takes her shirt off and is going to begin, I guess, choking an orderly with the shirt as if it's like a garrote.
Yeah, well, I don't have a lot of weapons on me, but I do have these clothing, and I know that they're like the ones you can't kill yourself with, but hopefully you can kill someone else with them if you double them up good enough.
Okay, yep. So, love that for you. Go ahead and make an unarmed combat roll.
Okay. No.
Okay, so you don't fail to get it around their neck. You don't fail to pull it tight. When you pull it tight, the fabric rips in half.
Yeah, of course.
But the orderly does turn his attention to you.
Oh, great. That's what I wanted.
So that leaves you, Elliot.
I briefly consider Weber's earlier plan, but instead I'm just going to run as fast as possible towards the other orderly and two-handed shove that orderly down these impossibly long infinite stairs. And then I'm going to follow behind.
Okay. I mean, you can certainly get through the space.
Oh, but I want to make sure I get that second orderly tumbling head over heels.
That's definitely unarmed combat.
Yep. That's my primary goal. Come on. That is an 11 critical under 60.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Elliot, take the narrative and tell me what happens.
So I'm slower than everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sort of watching what's going on and watching Hart sort of pummel into Brett. And Brett starts tumbling, but Brett has a little bit of help. And then Hart just disappears, and getting a sense of that staircase, I get down a little bit and then spring forward and as fast as possible and just interlock arms and completely barrel in. And then I do try to get an elbow towards the other orderly as I'm going, but I'm trying to get that first orderly 3-4 feet off the ground into that stairwell before they hit, and then just tumble, boom, 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 over. And then I just keep running. So I don't even stop. I just keep going down those stairs because I'm going to finish the job if the tumble doesn't.
Yeah. I think a couple of things go really well for you. I think that orderly, your main target, is completely taken by surprise and pitches way forward. You can actually hear those shoes sort of scuffle, and the orderly gets tripped up by the lip on this door and pitches forward. And the worst part is that he's so big that there isn't enough sort of, it's basically, to the staircase, it's basically a short porch. And so there isn't a huge landing. And so he has nowhere to go except to go forward, face forward. And it just becomes a series of elbows and knees and really, really uncomfortable things. The second follow-up that you get, or sort of the follow-through, is you drive your elbow as you're moving through the space into the orderly that's basically turning to look at Weber. And when you do, you elbow him essentially in the kidney. You put the sharpest and strongest bone in your body right into a vital spot. And he doubles over. He's not incapacitated by any means, but he certainly takes a hit. And then you are through that space. And so on the outside of the door, still in the nurse's space, we have an orderly doubled over, and then who is now turned. And so he is facing you, Weber, and you are holding your shirt, which has been ripped in half. And the rest of your fellow agents are in some way, shape, or form moving down the stairs.
Yep. And this orderly's between me and the stairs, right?
Yes, he is.
Presumably. Can I want to juke. I want to do a quick football move.
Mm-hmm.
I want to fake right and then go left, because left is right and right is wrong.
Okay. All right. So let me take a look here. I could certainly give you an athletics roll versus his unarmed combat, because his plan is to grab you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if you want to go ahead and roll that, I'll roll this and we'll see what happens.
Sounds good to me. Fumbled.
I fumbled as well.
Oh.
So you go to juke and he goes to grab you, and the two of your heads connect immediately. And so I'm going to deal to both of you a little damage.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll take 2 points of damage to the face.
Mm-hmm.
And actually you deal him 3 points of damage with your forehead.
Nice. Yeah.
And he steps back and you realize he's seeing stars probably.
If he is seeing stars from the damage he's been dealt, a slightly concussed Aaron Weber is going to do her best to try and make her way towards the door, probably clumsily.
Mm-hmm.
Not safe when there's stairs around, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna hope that this is just enough of a window that I can make it.
You do make it through. You make it through just before he tries to get a hold of you. He turns and swipes to grab you. and you're on the other side of you're basically on this short landing while your compatriots are continuing to sort of fall or surf down the stairs. Now, Elliot isn't falling. He's more at this point riding the orderly down the stairs. As for Hawking and Hart, that's a separate story. And so I'm going to have both of you make athletics rolls to try to recover, because if you don't, there may be consequences involved.
I rolled a 64 over 30.
Okay. So I see that Brett has a successful roll. That's good.
I almost died.
You recover your form and footing about 10 or 15 stairs down. You slide in awful ways. For you, Hart, it does not go as well. You continue to pitch forward and roll, and you end up losing your balance, and you begin to take damage from falling. This round, you take 2 points of damage.
Okie dokie.
Notice I said this round.
Yep.
It's an awful long flight of stairs. 2 rounds are going to pass before you get to the bottom. And because of the way this is going to get timed, we'll deal with that before we deal with what happens to Weber.
Oh, okay. Great.
Elliot, you reach the bottom of the stairs first. I'm going to ask you to make an athletics roll based on...
Do I wave as I pass Brett and Hart?
I should hope so. I mean...
Athletics. Very good at that. 57 over 30.
Okay, so a failure basically means that you don't stick the landing. You get all the way down to the bottom, and the bloody body of the orderly that is left is sort of in a heap. And when it hits the bottom stairs, you pitch forward because you weren't prepared for the stop at the bottom. When you do so, you get flung probably a good 10 or so feet directly onto your face. You take 2 points of damage.
Ouch. But fair. I was not taking a careful trip down these stairs.
Right. Hawking, you can make it to the bottom of the stairs, and then I'm going to ask Hart to make 2 more. Well, at least you have 2 chances to make a successful athletics roll, or you'll get damaged every round.
Okay, so... Nope, that's a 43 over 30.
Okay.
And then do you want me to roll again?
No, first I want to damage you first.
Okay.
Okay. Yep, you can take 3 points of damage.
All right.
This one staircase is going to damage our agents more than 3 different operations did.
Oh, 26 under 30.
You finally recover at the end. But like the last 6 or 8 stairs, you have finally sort of pressed yourself into a corner to stop yourself from falling. You are bloody and sore, but you're not as bad as the guy there. He's dead.
Oh, shit.
So, Dr. Weber, you are at the top of the stairs. I'm going to ask you if you're closing the door behind you.
Oh, I mean, if that's a clue, honestly, I didn't even think about it, nor do I think Dr. Aaron Weber would, but it sounds like it would probably be a good idea. I don't know, I'm concussed. Yeah, I will scramble, try to grab the door and close it.
You grab the door and close it. And as you do, a figure comes out from that corner behind the door.
Of course, if I could see it was a trick. Nate was nodding his head. I wasn't going to close the door, but then I thought I should. And now I'm topless and dead.
But the figure is not an unwelcome sight. As Timothy Bale finishes shutting the door, he looks a little different. He looks far more regal. In fact, if you didn't know it any better, you'd say there was something about his aura that is different. He almost sparkles. There's something on top of his head. It looks like a crown.
I hold the door closed and I say, "Oh, do you come here often?"
Aaron, I live here.
Okay. I'll process that. Are you going to come with us down the stairs? I think I can hear my companions hitting the walls as they go down.
I would be happy to accompany you down the stairs. He reaches behind him and you see him pull off like a sheath, like a long piece of red fabric. And he drapes it over you very carefully.
Thank you.
Now, we have to maintain some level of dignity.
Hmm. I hope this is better at choking people than those hospital gowns.
Certainly.
Oh, good.
He puts out his elbow.
I take his arm, elbow.
He walks with you very carefully down the stairs.
Good, because my head is really spinning from the head bonk and then this guy.
So, what have we learned today?
Oh, spay and neuter your pets. That's for one. That tiger is terrible. Didn't like that thing at all. I learned Brett really gets stuff done. Found him and he went straight for the door. We were just talking about other options. They spent a lot of time looking around in that office. I don't think that's where they hang the hat, but probably this. We thought maybe this goes out, but it at least goes down.
You get to the bottom of the stairs with Bale. The group has had an opportunity to recover, minus the orderly, of course, who is never fucking recovering.
Guys, look who I found.
So, for some of you, I should say, that would be what I mentioned to Weber. So, Brett, this is Bale for sure, but he looks a little different. He looks taller. He looks more grand. He's wearing an enormous crown on his head. You don't remember that before. There's sparks that come off of it. It seems to maybe rub on the ceiling. It's so tall.
Is he down at the bottom of the stairs where I'm at?
Yep.
Because I'm in so much pain, I almost died. I'm trying to imagine what a truncheon to the back doing 7 points of damage.
Oh, probably. Yes. I mean, if it took all but 2 of your hit points, I would say it is likely that walking will be exceptionally hard.
Yeah.
That orderly really took some flesh off his shins when he got pushed through that door.
Yeah, I mean, I'm at the bottom of the stairs, right? He's at the top of the stairs. Is that that's where we left off, right?
No, he has come down the stairs.
He has descended.
He has come down the stairs with Weber, arm in arm with Weber, and she is wearing...
But I know he's Bale.
You do know he's Bale, yes, absolutely.
Okay. Can I just look at him and can I just say in pain? Can I just say, help?
He was behind the door the whole time waiting for us.
Is that your response to me when I ask him to help?
Bale sort of leaves Josiah for just a moment, Weber, and walks over to Brett, and seeing that the other agents are here as well, so just makes careful eye contact with them for just a moment, and he leans down and over you, Brett, and says, "You're no good to me on the floor. Get up."
I'm going to attempt to get up without passing out from the pain.
Okay. You're able to use the wall and get up. And when you get up, he has produced something seemingly from perhaps a pocket. It's small. It's probably about the size of about a peanut M&M. And it's gold. And he says, "Eat this."
I'm going to eat it. Can I chew it with my back teeth? Or is this a swallow whole situation?
You can, if you would like, to chew it with your back teeth. You certainly can.
I'd love to get some texture described to me.
Well, it's crunchy. It wriggles, which you weren't expecting.
Haha, it's alive. Oh, that's great. It was.
As you chew it up, you feel it release some sort of oily fluid into your mouth. And your mouth sort of pops with this green smoke. You're going to roll sand for me.
Perfect. That's all I wanted. Sorry, regular guy gaming group. That's a failure, 76 over 50.
Do we see this green smoke emerging from Brett's mouth?
Yeah, you ever seen somebody try to hold on to the puff of a cigarette or maybe a joint and not be able to hold it in their mouth?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a slight cough, so green smoke comes out.
I have failed my sand check.
You did. You can heal 3 points of damage.
Wait, but I don't lose any sanity.
Nope.
Oh, I don't like this mechanic at all. This isn't how the world's supposed to work.
But where are we? You feel better. You feel like this has been helpful. You can feel the oil from whatever was inside of this golden piece of... You're not really sure what it was. You didn't really look very closely at it before you put it in your mouth. And you've chewed it up now. And now there's this, like, imagine effectively like taking half a shot worth of olive oil. And that's the consistency like down your throat. Somehow, some way, you feel better.
As long as my vertebrae doesn't like suddenly pop out, I'm pleased with this. Is here, Bale, Aaron. What's around us? Are we just at a dark shaft at the bottom of a stairwell?
Yeah, basically you're in a dark hallway.
Yeah. Did you need what, Brett?
We got to get out.
No shit. Bill, do you know the way out of here? Can you get us out?
I can help you get to the end if that's what you want.
Oh, I mean, no, I never doubted that you could help us get to the end. But yeah, it's dark down here and you're glowing.
You're going to have to follow me.
Anywhere. We can do that.
Does it matter they took my patsu, my pizu, my pat pazao?
He turns to you. That makes sense. They extracted it from your eye?
Yeah, do I need that back?
No. No, there's more than enough where we're going.
Okay.
I think at the eye juice conversation, I'm going to turn around and go through the orderly's pockets. I need something to do to distract myself from this.
You do find a few things that are interesting. You find a ring of keys, and you also find a really well-made and heavy, so hefty truncheon. It feels like something from the turn of the century, but like the 19th century. It's got a really well-oiled leather strap for the wrist, and the truncheon is probably 12 to 16 inches long. It's like a small, it's like a fungo bat, like that you would play baseball with. You wouldn't want to get hit with it, that's for sure.
I like both of those things. I'm going to keep the truncheon in hand. I'm going to pocket the keys, and then I'm going to get ready to follow the glowing light of Bale's crown through this darkness.
Interesting that you mentioned that. You and Hart don't see any crown. Super important to point that out. But Bale turns towards the dark hallway and says, "Follow me and don't get lost." And I'm going to call our episode to a close there, with our agents now following Bale wherever the king might go. So thank you and good night.